Good morning, students. In the last lecture of the operating system, we were discussed about the threads and their respective types. Threads are nothing but the lightweight processes. And there are two types of threads available in the operating system. That are the user level thread and kernel level thread. The operating system uses the user level thread and kernel level thread. The user level threads are managed without kernel support. Operating system support and manage the kernel level threads, and the user level threads are created in the user space and kernel level threads are created in a kernel area or in kernel space. The modern operating system support the kernel level threads. All the modern operating systems supports for the kernel level thread because the kernel performs multiple simultaneous tasks in the operating system, because operating systems kernel handles multiple jobs, multiple tasks simultaneously. In most of the applications, user threads are mapped with the kernel level threads. In the operating system, most of the user threads are mapped with the kernel level threads. There are different methods of mapping is used in operating system, that are one-to-one mapping, many-to-one mapping, or many-to-many mapping. In today's lecture, we will study the term multi-threading model. Multi-threading means here multiple threads are available. First, we will see what are actually multi-threading models are. We know that threads are nothing but the lightweight processes available with the processes. Threads are the lightweight processes. Threads are the some part of a processes. Therefore, multi-threading leads to maximum utilization of the CPU by multitasking. Multi-threading means here multiple threads are parallelly executed. Multiple threads are simultaneously executed. So here these multi-threading models provides the maximum CPU utilization, because CPU or the processor executes multiple tasks, multiple jobs at a time. And for implementing this multi-threading technique, there are three models. That models are one-to-one model, many-to-one model, and many-to-many model. There are three types of models that are used for implementing the multi-threading models. Let us see one by one these models. First one is the one-to-one model. There is one-to-one relationship of user level thread to kernel level thread. In the one-to-one model, there is a relationship, there is a mapping of one user level thread to one kernel level thread. See here is one process. In that process, there is one user level thread that is shown here. And that one user level thread is mapped with the one kernel level thread. Here in the user space, another one process is there, process P2. That process P2 having a one thread, and that one thread is mapped with the one kernel level or kernel thread. So here one-to-one mapping is occur. Means in one-to-one model there is an relationship, or there is an one-to-one mapping between a user level thread to a kernel level thread. This model provides more concurrency than many-to-one model. It also allows another thread to run when a thread makes a blocking system call, because in this model creates a separate kernel thread to handle each user thread. So one-to-one model overcome the problem listed above, invoking the blocking system call and the splitting of processes across the multiple CPUs. And one-to-one model supports multiple threads to execute in parallel on microprocessor, because we know that in one-to-one mapping each user thread is exactly mapped with the one kernel level thread. So here parallel execution is done on the microprocessor. But there is one limitation, or the drawback of this model is that creating user thread requires the corresponding kernel thread. Means whenever one user thread is created, or in a situation whenever user threads are created for a particular process, then the corresponding kernel threads must be created, or kernel thread is mapped with that particular user level thread. OS2, Windows NT and Windows 2000 uses the one-to-one relationship model. This is an one-to-one mapping or one-to-one model. In short, in one-to-one model creates a separate kernel thread to handle each user thread. Means one-to-one model overcomes the problem of blocking system call and the splitting of processes according to the multiple CPU. Means whenever one user level thread is created, that time one kernel level thread is created. That user level thread is mapped with the kernel level thread. Here is an one-to-one mapping occurred. Each user level thread is mapped with the corresponding kernel level thread. Next model is the many-to-one model. Many-to-one model maps many user level threads to the kernel level threads. In this figure shown the many-to-one mapping. Here multiple user level threads are mapped with the one kernel level thread. For example, here is a process P1. Process P1 having a 3 threads, and that 3 threads are mapped with a single kernel level thread. Also here consider the example of process P2. Here process P2 having also 3 threads. That 3 threads are mapped with a single kernel level thread. So here many-to-one mapping is occur. Means here many user level threads are mapped with a single kernel level thread. And here the thread management is done in user space by the thread library. The thread library performs the thread management. When thread makes a blocking system call, the entire process will be blocked. If any one thread makes a blocking system call, then entire process will be blocked because the many threads are mapped with a single kernel level thread. Only one thread can access the kernel at a time, so multiple threads are unable to run in a parallel on multiprocessors. Because a single kernel thread can operate only on a single CPU. The many-to-one model does not allow individual process to be split according to the multiple CPUs. And if the user level thread libraries are implemented in the operating system in such a way that the system does not support them, then the kernel threads use the many-to-one relationship modes. The green threads for Solaris and GNU portable threads implement the many-to-one model in the past, but few systems continue to do so today. This is an many-to-one model. In short, in this model, we have multiple user threads mapped to one kernel thread. Here, multiple user threads are mapped to the one kernel thread. In this model, when a user thread makes a blocking system call, entire process will block. Whenever any threads of a process makes a blocking system call, then entire process will blocks. As we have only one kernel thread and only one user thread can access kernel at a time. So, multiple threads are not able to access the microprocessor at the same time. This is an many-to-one model. Then next model is the many-to-many model. In many-to-many model, multiplexes any number of user threads onto an equal or smaller number of kernel threads. The following diagram shows the many-to-many threading model where 6 user level threads are multiplexing with the 6 kernel level threads. See this figure? In this figure, 6 user level threads are mapped with 6 kernel level thread. See the mapping here. User level threads multiplex with the kernel level threads. Here in this figure, 6 user level threads multiplex with the 6 kernel level thread. This is an many-to-many mapping. In this model, developers can create as many user threads as necessary and the corresponding kernel threads can run in parallel on a microprocessor machine. That means in many-to-many model allows developer to create many threads as user wishes. But in this model, the true concurrency cannot be achieved because here one kernel thread executes one thread at a time. On a microprocessor system, many kernel threads can run parallel. So, this model provides the best accuracy on concurrency, and when a thread performs a blocking system call, then kernel can schedule another thread for the execution. Because here the user level threads are multiplexed or mapped with the kernel level thread, and if one user level thread makes a blocking system call, then the kernel thread is take another thread for the execution. In short, in the many-to-many model, we have multiple user threads multiplexed to the same or lesser number of kernel level threads. Here, user level threads are multiplexed with the same, that means equal or lesser number of kernel level threads. Here in this figure, there are 6 user level threads that are multiplexed with the 6 kernel level threads. Number of kernel level threads are specific to the machine. The advantage of this model is if a user thread is blocked, we can schedule another user's thread to execute other kernel thread. That means if one user thread is blocked, then we can schedule other user thread to other kernel thread. Thus, the system does not block if a particular thread is blocked. This is an many-to-many mapping. These are the three different methods of mapping is used in the operating system, that are the one-to-one mapping, many-to-one mapping, and many-to-many mapping. In today's lecture, we were discussed about the multi-threading model. There are three multi-threading model, that are one-to-one model, where one user thread is mapped with the one kernel thread. Next, many-to-one mapping. Here many user level threads are mapped with a single kernel level thread. And last one is the many-to-many model. Here in many-to-many model, multiple user level threads are mapped with equal or lesser number of kernel level threads. Okay, thank you.